What is happening, everybody? This is Rob from the Heedy Postgame podcast here. Um, it's a tough one. We'll dive into this game here pretty quick, but it's a tough loss overall for us. For me, season's over for it right now. But there's a lot of things to talk about here because this game is honestly in reach. And I apologize for getting out late, man. Getting the kids to bed is not been an easy one uh, going forward for this one here for me. But it's over, guys. It's absolutely over. The experiment, the season, I think it's done right now. I know a lot of people have been talking about let's sell. Should we buy? Should we sell? Um, Majority of people here are saying sell. I agree. Now sell 100%. This game's a winnable game, though. This is a game that you're in it. I think, at least. I mean, you guys tell me. Kikuchi there. This guy cannot pitch himself out of trouble to save his life. He's up 1-2 counts. He's got these guys against the wall, and yet his pitches are flat. His slider to me at times today looked flat. His curveball looked flat. His changeup just either had too much break or not enough at all. But then again, you're having these guys throw 20 something pitch innings, 30 pitch innings. Freaking ridiculous. Absolutely absurd. And I don't know what's going on. And I'm looking at more at Barry Enright at this point in time. Is this the guy leading us forward? Are you the right guy? Because, yes, stat line wise, Kikuchi looks great. Absolutely. But to go 1-2 count to probably one of the better younger hitters in the game is just absolutely insane. Absolutely insane to me. Stop to stop the echo. Am I echoing, guys? Let me know, please. But it's absolutely insane to me that this guy can't get it together. There's no out pitch. There's plenty of times throughout the night that Travis Darnold was pitching or was calling the game and Kikuchi's pitching missing his spots over and over and over again. I don't know how many times that he missed that 1-2 count or 2-2 count. The fastball, he's calling for it high, but yet where's the ball go? He's throwing it down the middle. Darnold is literally standing up, showing him where he wants that ball, and that ball's going down low in the middle in the strike zone. But you're throwing pitches. This guy wants to set up the next pitch. He's trying to get things going, but he can't do it. He can't call a game because if you can't execute in the time that you're ahead, how are you going to execute when you're behind the 3-1 count, the 3-2 counts? But basically, what I got us is Kikuchi today is just his lack of discipline and lack of ability to, I can pretty much say, nut up and come up on this 1-2 count. So there's two strike counts. He goes deep into counts, guys. Way too deep into counts. We talked about this the last time. Why did they take him out? Because he threw a 30 pitch inning in time before game or inning before in Philly. They take him out because they can't afford for him to go another 30 pitches. They'd rather get a guy start fresh. However, I don't understand overall. Kikuchi is where's his out pitch? His fastball's electric, don't get me wrong. But guys, he gave this is shade to Tyler Anderson all over again for me at least. That's what I'm looking at to see. You guys can have your own opinion on that. I absolutely think it's Tyler Anderson 2.0. The inability to have a swing and miss type pitch and to have it every single time you go out there. You don't it doesn't need to be perfect, but it sets up your fastball. It makes his fastball look better. What was it? Eugenio Suarez was up? Not Suarez, the first baseman who was playing first today for the Manners. He had a 3-0 count, and it was slider, 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 three sliders in a row. Then finally, the fourth one, he got it. You can't have that every fourth pitch be a strike for your breaking balls because after a while, those guys start sitting dead red. What did Rodriguez do? Sat dead red on that fastball. Rosarina, why are you throwing these guys fastballs? It's 1-2 count. You have two pitches to waste. You've done plenty of wasting of pitches throughout the whole game by going deep in the count every single time. Why not do it with these guys? Those are the best hitters with Kyle Raleigh as well too. But you could pitch Kyle Raleigh, great, but Kyle Raleigh a little undisciplined today. That's what I saw from him at least. But overall, just for me, it's Kikuchi, man. We don't have an ace. We do not have an ace here, in my opinion. Soriano, Todd says it. He's probably the ace overall. Yeah, for us he is, but we can't have this. Kikuchi's 4-7. Yeah, I know you guys are gonna tell me stat line, right? I mean, we can go. We talk about this all the time. Todd says, "Oh, stat line looks absolutely great and everything." Yeah, absolutely it does. But if you dive into this game and you see those are cheap home runs to give up, you're out of that inning if you don't give that home run to Rodriguez, and then Rosarina doesn't get up because you don't walk the other guy. But yet again, we step on our own. We step on our own selves. I don't want to say it on my kids are around, man. I don't want them to hear too much what dad's saying, but pretty much Julio Rodriguez should not be up there in the fifth inning, 1-2 count, 2 outs, hit a home run, up away. Throw a breaking ball in the dirt. Make this guy chase. Cal Raleigh chase, no problem at all. Randy Rosarina, 3-1 count. He didn't have 2 strikes. I thought he did, but he had 3-1 count. He goes ahead and hits a homer to left. Dude, walk the dude. Who cares at that point in time? Who effing cares? Why do you let these games go? I'll be honest with you guys too. I had a little bit of hope. Granted, I want to sell too, don't get me wrong, but I do have a problem getting rid of Taylor Ward because I look at our depth and our organization and we have nobody. Who are we gonna get next, guys? Who comes in here overall? That's my big issue overall for the team as a whole. And don't tell me, oh, we'll get guys back and we'll get this, we'll get that. But who? Who are we gonna get back? We are so freaking desperate right now that there's nobody who's going to get sell to us very high overall. We're not going to get huge returns because what's the worst that happen? We're going to lose in free agency. Everyone knows that. What's the reason why the Dodgers never made a play for Otani during that point in time for when everyone knew that he wasn't going to pretty much resign with the Angels because they knew they're going to give him the offseason. Why would you give up something when you know the team's desperate and you're just going to sign the guy in the offseason anyways? Who cares? Taylor Ward, yeah, I get it. He has another year control. But at this point in time, yeah, we got to be sellers. And even if you go, and you guys tell me if I'm wrong, even if you go 3-1, you win this series, turn it around somehow. You beat Texas. You still don't have what it takes. I've been harping on this from the beginning. I still don't think we have pitching. There's times everyone said, "Oh no, hitting this, that." I've stuck pretty strong to this one, and I think we're still missing pitching. It's clear as day. You have 7 hits today, 7 freaking hits. They have 8, and a couple of those hits were cheap freaking hits because Kikuchi can't put it together because he doesn't have a swing and miss type stuff going on all the time. Again, Tyler Anderson, same freaking way for us. Guys that have a swing and miss type stuff. There's a little shake up in the lineup today. I kind of liked it a little bit. Why? Nolan Channel was batting third. Why was this not happening the whole freaking time? That's the dude who makes contact. That's the dude who will drive in runs. But yet again, we did tonight's the first night we're going to try this out. Why? Where was this before? When we're struggling and we can't get things going. I hate to say it. I don't want to talk about guys bad about guys not here, but Ron, what the hell? You mean to tell me Montgomery saw this and this was the best thing? And Nolan Shanaway, 2 hits tonight. Granted, yeah, he hasn't come up clutch in that last at bat there. But put the bat on the ball, didn't watch it, didn't strike out looking. He did what you wanted him to do in that situation. Swing away. You have to. Absolutely have to. And there's a pitch to hit. I thought it was a good hit too, because with the opposite way, I did not think they're gonna have the infield play that shallow. Or the outfield, excuse me, play shallow. And for them, it worked out overall. But we just go through it. It's just mediocrity at its best. Again, with this team, we're just so good at being okay. And then you look over the coaching staff. What are you doing? What are you doing to get us better at this point in time? You go out there and talk to Kikuchi, and he freaking still sucks 7 blows. I mean, I like Darnold as a catcher, but sometimes when he kept calling time and the umpire's pointing down, I would like to see him actually go out there time to time. Granted, yes, I know what he's doing. He knows what he's doing, right? He's in the league for all these years, so I do understand that. But there's times where Kikuchi's sweating bullets out there, and you can completely see it overall. And then another thing for me is who the hell is going to fix Mike Trout's swing? Yes, guys, I know he got a double today down the line. There's a ground ball, third base. Guy hit the ball, well hit ball. But after that, guys, besides those walks, his swing, he's dipping that shoulder again. He's an easy out. Who is fixing his swing? Why is nobody progressing? Why is nobody getting better from him or with him? Sit him down and tell him this is what we need for you. If not, we're going to put you back to the 8 hole or put him back to the 5 hole. Do something because Moncada ain't doing crap down there. Ever since he's came back, he's been absolutely awful. And the sad part today was too, guys. We have a pretty good meme out there with Quijada about the blow pen, and man, that guy fucking pitched lights out. But where's the coaching staff? That's the depth we've had. We've been missing pitching. Granted, yeah, he made a little scary here and there, had that walk, but he had 3 strikeouts. He came out throwing the ball well, and we're missing pitching. But yet we're gonna throw freaking Jose Furman out or Furman out there. I don't know what his first name is, but we throw Furman out there. I don't think that guy's ready for us to be that late inning guy. This is a guy who needs to come a little bit earlier for us. I don't that situation there, that earned run, that's a big earned run late. He has a 5 ERA. That should not be this guy in that situation there. If you're trying to win this game, where's Reed Detmers? I get Brock Burke pitched the other day, or pitched yesterday for the freaking opener. Dumb as hell. If you're trying to compete, why are you still doing that? In my opinion, like, are we going to be buyers or sellers? Well, you're selling. If you're doing bullpen game, you're selling automatically, right? There's no question about it. You're not competing with the bullpen game. After the All-Star break, the very first game, I thought that was actually smart to do. That's the best chance overall because that's that freshest your pitchers would have been the whole second half is right after the break. So to do it one game, good. I agreed with it actually. I thought it was really smart instead of starting Kikuchi right away. But then to do it again, come on, you don't have the depth to do it, especially with Hunter Strickland out, especially with Ben Joyce gone, Robert Stevenson gone. Those are the guys who are supposed to be here for the 7, 8, 9. And we're not even using them. We can't. They're gone. They're long gone. But yet again, here we are trying to pull a rabbit out of the hat and reinvent the game. Granted, Fulmer pitched well tonight, but Furman's not the guy. Bachman needs to step up a little bit more and be the guy. I know he struggled before with the walks, but he looked pretty good today. Quijada, Brogdon. Why aren't these guys pitching more? Why is Brogdon coming out for freaking a third of an inning and that's it? We're done. We probably won't even see him tomorrow at this point in time. So it's frustrating me, but if you let's go over the line real quick. Zach Neto has 2 hits, 2 for 4. Trout has 1 hit today, 3 base on balls. So if you're going to work walks, I agree. Yeah, good for him. But I still think not a number 2 hitter for us because he came up in clutch situations. Granted, yeah, he got the walk tonight in the 9th inning, which helped us out get on base and put some little added pressure on there. But then again, the inning before or the at bat before he pops up, we need that ball. Line drives are on the ground. Why are we not putting a different guy there? Why is Ward batting below Trout right now? Ward's red hot. Put him up. Put Trout behind him at this point in time. Moncada's not doing like I said. Joe Adele, I still think's probably turned the page big time, turned the corner for us. Put him in a more high pressure situation. Let him prove himself. Yes, Rob, I know you guys can say we did, it didn't work out, but he still has productive at bats, even though he doesn't when he makes outs. They're still really good at bats. He's taking pitches. He's seeing the ball well, and he doesn't let those fastballs go by, past him anymore. He attacks. But yet again, we're going to throw Lamonte Wade Jr. because he had a couple good games here and there. We're going to let him hit. And thank God that he ran out to first base. I'll give him credit on that, guys, because that's the first time I've actually seen a college baseball style guy run. Because Lamonte Wade Jr. dropped third strike. Half these guys walked back to the freaking dugout. He actually saw the ball behind. He was going to walk back. Thought he was going to get tagged by Cal Raleigh. But then he hustles down and gives us life. We need that life. If we're here to compete, we need that in and out. And Rengifo bothered the shit out of me today. He got a hit today. I understand that. Played some okay defense. But when he grounds out and he pretty much jogs, walking jog to first base, that drives me fucking insane. I hate that because anything can happen at that point in time. You're just giving yourself up. Why? If you're trying to win, if you're trying to make the playoffs for the first time in how many years, you need to hustle out of him. But then again, guys, excuse me. I digress on that one. But we'll get into it. A couple of the media. Sorry, I don't have all the media things. Let's go ahead and go with the Nacho Night Award tonight first.
For the fans, by the fans. Welcome to the only Angels postgame show that keeps it real, win or lose. No filters, no fluff, just raw reactions right after the final out. The golden Stamos is polished up and somebody's about to take it home. A clutch hit, a game-saving grab, or just straight up hustle. We see you. But if you played like trash, you're getting the dreaded Nacho Night Award. We saw the missed calls, we saw the blown saves, the clutch moments, and the disasters too. Your comments
for the worst performance of the night. Congratulations, you played yourself.
Moldy cheese, stale chips, what a sight. All your dreams gone tonight. Had a bad night, lost the fight. No more crunch, just take a bite. It's the Nacho Night Award.
I'm about to get the Nacho Night Award because honestly, I hit that wrong one there to start it off. That's my fault, guys. I apologize for that. But for me tonight, it's Nacho Night is Yohan Moncada. Granted, on the double plays, defense is subpar. I get he's playing on a hurt knee, but his approach at the plate is still not there. He needs to sit back a little bit, take a little more, for me at least, be a little more patient and try to get that ball in the situationals to the other side, out of the double play in itself too. Because Taylor Ward's not the fastest guy there, but I just don't like his approach tonight at the plate. You see Kikuchi, for me, it was a close second, but then again, he did hold it close to just mental. His is mental freaking breakdowns. But Yohan Moncada is bugging the crap out of me tonight, guys. Couldn't help it. Could not help it with him tonight overall. But let's go ahead and we'll go with the Stamos. And the Stamos for me tonight is going to go to Julio Rodriguez because when the team was down and out at that point in time, getting beat by a pitcher 1-0, 1-2 count, he didn't give in. He stuck with it. He took what was given to him and he went the other way with a 97-mile-per-hour fastball for a home run, which set up another home run by Randy Arozarena later that inning. But without him doing that there, he has a 2-for-5 night, played some solid defense again. I thought Joey Dell's was out of there. But it probably would have been short anyways. But anyways, Julio Rodriguez steps up and does what he has to do. And those are those key clutch moments. Those are those battling type moments that you need out of your guys, especially when you're struggling overall. The Angels don't have that time and time again. Excuse me. We look forward in Trout a couple times there. It just didn't happen for us tonight. But I understand there's a couple other guys that went 0 for today. Joe Adell didn't do it for us tonight either, but I'll give that to him overall for right now. But I still like his at bats, his approach at the plate. The umpire got him a couple times tonight too. Let's be honest there. Overall, I didn't like the inconsistency. It's hard for these hitters to come up there and find the zone itself, let alone try to make an at bat out of it when they're doing that. But again, I think that's a wrap, guys, for 2025. I honestly do. It's sell, 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 sell. We saw a trade fall today for Naylor, and the Seattle Mariners are getting Naylor. He will play most likely tomorrow. He'll be with the team tomorrow, but their return, I believe, is pretty hefty for what they got. So I am a big fan of this trade early and trade often, just like you set the tone for what is going on in the whole market structure itself too. But I think they did a great job on this too. I don't know if Seattle did overall, but I do think that the Diamondbacks, I think they're closer to us too with the wild card than we are, and we're still unsure what we're gonna do. But yeah, that trade fell earlier today. I would like to see now if we can. It's hard to get guys back and forth, but I would have given up if we could have. I would have given up Taylor Ward for number 13 prospect, number 16 prospect, both pitchers. Diamondbacks are reloading. Naylor's 28 years old. I know Ward's a little bit older, with another year control, but at the same, he's not hitting as well as Naylor is overall. But this is the type of moves you need. It's a dysfunctional franchise at this point in time, unless you pull out something like this. And prospects for me are just that prospects. I was against trading Taylor Ward because who do you get in the meantime? But there's other guys out there in the market like Duran, who's just sitting there right now. O'Neal Cruz's name's coming up time and time again. Those are better guys than Ward, in my opinion. Those guys are going to fetch a lot more than what Ward's going to bring out. So hopefully, we can pull it out. Fucking Dimitri. I just saw a comment. Rob Andrew Velasquez. Fucking guy. But yeah, tonight overall for me, it's just embarrassing. Embarrassing night overall. Mismanaged once again. I don't think Ray Montgomery's a guy, let alone at that, too. Even if when we won this game, I'm not confident Ray Montgomery going forward with this team. You got to sell because this guy came and managed the bullpen, can't manage the pitching staff. The lineup, actually, I'll give him kudos on the lineup today because that move to put Chanwell was actually pretty good. I do agree with that move a lot. I like that. Overall, your best contact hitter puts the ball in play as your number 3 hitter. When the tables are set, that guy's going to drive people in. But when it comes to the clutch moments of having to manage, because good pitching beats good hitting any day of the week, and I know in playoffs too, you're going to see these one run games, 2 run games like this, something close. and you're going to have to outmanage that other side right there. You're going to have to bunt to get guys over, manufacture runs. We're not doing that. We're not doing anything at all. We're getting it seven hits. Oh, we didn't score any runs. Yeah, no shit, we didn't score any runs. You're not doing anything. We're just stolen bases today. Why aren't we doing anything to change the system that we have? We don't need more hitters. Get another hitter on this team. I know we were talking about it again, and a lot of guys were like, "Oh, another hitter here for him," but Montgomery doesn't manage it well. What's the situational awareness here? Where is it? It's not. The guy's in over his head. At this point in time, I don't know why we're not interviewing coaches. Okay. Sorry, so I'll get to the comments. You guys are killing it, the comments tonight. But we can talk about Trout's record-breaking double, but I don't want to. I can care less. That guy for me is the guy I'm trading right now too. Honestly, I love Mike Trout, guys. I'm a big Mike Trout fan. I'm an Angel loyalist and everything too. At that too, me and Dom we're talking about it time and time again. I hate to say at this point in time, but it is time to let the guy go if we can. If we can get multiple prospects back, if the market's going to be hot this year, let's dump this dude. Yeah, I understand you're going to probably eat half the contract. I'm okay with that at this point in time. If he fetches us back 3 to 4 guys, hell, sorry, even 2 guys. If he gives us two, that helps us out because we can't guarantee that he's going to be healthy next year. We can't guarantee he's going to be play right field every day for us. He shouldn't. He should be DH full time. But we need to go ahead and figure out something for the system. He's too old for what we need. And yeah, he wants to get Mike Trout of old again, but maybe we're not the fit for him anymore. And it's okay. It happens, right? It's business. It's baseball. Sometimes they need that change of environment, and it's okay to do that when it's a win-win trade for both teams. And I do believe that Mike Trout can flourish somewhere else. It's just not with the Angels. We don't have what it takes. But we're going to talk about Artie Moreno having this guy here. Oh, let's see him break records like we had Albert Pujols. We're not going to get rid of him. Why? Because we want to sell seats. End of the day, it's a business. That's how he looks at it. But at the same time, I don't know how much longer Artie Moreno is going to be in this game. How many owners are bailing right now? Because I do think a salary cap floor is coming, along with a actual cap itself too. There's going to be a minimum and a maximum. That's why I think you see a lot of these owners bowing out. They don't want to pay for it overall. But let us know what you guys think on this. Let's see. We'll get to the comments a little bit here. Just gotta find all the media assets, man. It's changed it all around for me. Sorry, guys. All right, Demetrius says season's been over since we couldn't hit 500 for a while. Yeah, I mean, yeah, you can say that, but when every other team is struggling with you as well too, I mean, how do you not make an attempt? And I was for this too. If you're if you think you're missing something, and this goes for anything in life, right? Not only just baseball, business, it's a business, right? Overall, you have to run this business. If your business is missing something to be more successful, why not go out and get it right away? Why are you going to wait to see if you might be in contention overall? Because these 4 games that you're out right now, or probably 5 after tonight, is the difference with you getting that contending player, contending players to help you. I've never understood that about baseball. I have not. There's teams that go out and get it early, just like the San Francisco Giants. Hey, Devers is on the block or he's unhappy. At that point in time, let's go get him. Why wait? I like that mentality overall. We got the wrong freaking Manassian. And I love Perry. I'll stand up for Perry, man. I really like Perry. But more and more, I feel like we got the wrong Manassian. Because his brother went out, saw an opportunity, seized that opportunity, and took off with it. So as of now, we're 5.5 games out of the wild card. 5.5. We're closing in. We're about to be with Baltimore right now. The Twins are talking about selling their 5 out right now. The Royals talking about getting rid of guys, and they're 4.5 out. The Rangers, we were just above the Rangers right now. They're a game and a half out from the wild card itself, too. So we were contending with these teams. We were right there. Why did we not make that jump early on? If you have guys that you're willing to get rid of, Luis Rengifo, or someone like that could bring back something to help this team flourish a little bit more, why was this not done in June? Just like the Giants did. They made the decision. And I just don't understand that about baseball overall because I still think we're missing pitchers for this team. Pitching could have helped us out a lot. I don't think it could have put us in the wild card, but let's say 3 games. Getting a pitcher in June, beginning of June, cuts 3 games out of this. Right now, you're 2.5 out right now. Then you can make more moves. And then if it didn't work, if it imploded, trade everybody away. It's better than DFAing them like you did when we had freaking shithead that went up to 5, Otani. That's exactly what we did. We waited till last second possible, and it was too late by that time. Absolutely too late. And you end up DFAing these guys instead of making a move early and making it often. That was just my pet peeve about sports in general, overall. But to answer the question, we're close. I thought we were close at that time. Oh, I lost it. Comment wise. Strange26 says, gotta love Quijada's enthusiasm. Should have kept him pitching the game. We should have. Let's see. Eric Ward says, just saw Montgomery on the post game presser. Dude looks like he could care less. They're 500 now and no sense of urgency. And he doesn't have any sense of urgency, but at the same time, I do think, again, he's in over his head. He doesn't know what he's doing. He wasn't hired for this job. You brought a guy in from the old regime. You kept him here. Why? If you're going to Ron Washington, bring his crew in, let him bring the whole crew in overall. But what was it? Clinton Hurdle we didn't want to sign because Arduino didn't want to pay. We're paying for it now because I don't think he bought into the system 100% that Ron Washington was selling. And I think Ron Washington was finally turning the corner with these young guys, turning the corner with a guy like Joe Adell. We're seeing a little bit better things from them. I know we give Johnny Washington a hard time over and over again, but he was doing better too as well. He's getting those guys. He's changing guys here and there, but except for Mike Trout, I still don't understand if they're afraid to talk to Mike Trout or what. But at the same time, you got to coach these guys. There's managers for a reason. There's hitting coaches for a reason. But yeah, his lack of urgency, his lack of care of even being here, I'm shocked that we even kept him. Tom Wellman said, sat in left field with James Gonzalez. We literally heard crickets from our seats in the stadium and in left field. Yeah, the vibe's down. I mean, it's football season. It's football season for Angel fans once again in July. Why? Because that's all we have to look forward to. And if you're a Saints fan like me, it's spring training already. Because I have nothing to look forward to in the fall. Absolutely nothing. I have USC football. I lied. USC football, but protein wise, I got nothing going on. It's hard to root for a team when the team itself or the franchise itself doesn't give a fuck. It's hard. I mean, we're loyal fans out there. We go to games. Some of us go to games. I'll be at the game tomorrow and everything. You guys are at the game tonight. It's tough being an Angel fan. There's nothing from the franchise to help the urgency go up. We have a DJ. Great. That's fucking great. We get the organist back. Let's make it more baseball feeling. Let's build something. Lower these freaking ticket prices and fill the effing stands for once. But no, Dodgers didn't come to town. Seattle's in town. Ticket prices are up. Rangers are in town. They're up. White Sox and the Tampa Bay Rays come to town. Ticket prices are down at least 30-40%. Then the Dodgers come back in town and then they're back up again. It's absolutely ridiculous. The business model's not working. This guy doesn't care. Guy doesn't care about us. He doesn't care about the team, and it's apparent. Angel Suck on X says, "Yep, definitely came to end tonight," and it did. It burst. The bubble burst. There was a little bit of hope there, guys. There's a little bit of hope. At least I thought so. That hey, if we turn this around, you take 3, maybe 4. Hopefully, you can sweep Seattle. You're right back in it. That 5 games right there. You take 4 of the 5 games, or what? A game, maybe 2 games out. You're right there, and you have Texas, another team who's contending for this, and then you get your break, quote unquote. You get that Chicago White Sox coming down. Then you get to play the Rays again. That helps out because they're also in wild card contention. You controlled your own destiny. And a game like tonight is the exact reason why you can't trust this team because you don't have the depth to do it, let alone you don't have the management again to control that, what you have, the little pieces that you do have. Um, Steamer 20 says, just ready for just like we were saying, just ready for football. Marty Boland, what's up, Marty? Said, we have to be sellers if Seattle sweeps us, right? We got to be sellers now. I mean, again, Montgomery. That should be the Nacho Nights Montgomery. This guy just doesn't know when to pull pitchers out. Once he gave up that home run to Rodriguez, I would have pulled him out right away. Guy was sweating bullets out there, going deep into counts. He started with the inning with 80 pitches. Was over 98 at that point in time. He was spent, and you can see it. He's defeated. His stuff was not working. When your stuff's not working, it happens from time to time, and then you're struggling to locate the fastball consistently. You have to go out there and spell that pitcher. Who cares if he doesn't get the 5 innings and he doesn't get the win? Who cares? You want to win the game. I'm not worried about his stats. I give a fuck about his stats overall. I gotta whisper that guy. I got kids. Um, Strange 26 says going tomorrow's game for the bobblehead and heckle Rosarina in Spanish. I'm going for bobblehead too. Neto's my kid's favorite player. Besides Mickey Moniak. Speaking of which, Mickey Moniak. Everyone here talking trash about Mickey Moniak. I was a big Mickey Moniak fan, man. My son loves Mickey Moniak still to this day. Still talks about him. Roots for the Rockies. That's a guy we can use right about now. That's a bat that everyone loves. Consistent defensive play. We're having a little trouble right field. Well, no. What do the Angels do? The Angels are going to Angel because we thought we had depth. We thought we had it all figured out. But then again, oh no, what happened? Where's that thing at? Because we don't have a minor league system to pull from when someone gets hurt. Oh, and Jorge Soler, he's a DH, not a right fielder. But yet again, we go, hey, oh, we have an injury. Kyron Paris fills in. Great. Does good. Matthew Lugo fills in. Great. Does good for a short period of time. When they struggle, we look around and say, what do we do?
Oh no! What happened? Oh no! How terrible! That's just awful! How terrible! Oh no!
And it is terrible because you're letting that guy go in Colorado. Granted, I know it's Colorado. Yeah, the ball flies out a little bit more. Guy has 15 home runs, batting 275, but he doesn't play every freaking game there. The guy's figured it out, and it's leaving the Angels. I feel like it's the curse of the Angels being on the Angels. You're going to see Taylor Ward leave this team. You're going to see Taylor Ward be a 280 hitter. Watch. Just watch that happen because we don't have what it takes to move on, to move players on, to figure things out because we still can't figure Trout out. And I still don't get that. I don't freaking get it. Teamer 20 says we're not getting any legit free agents this offseason because no one wants to come here and play for the Angels. And who would you? Honestly, there is a drive to come here with these young guys coming in, Zach Neto, Nolan Chanawal. If Logan O'Hoppe can figure it out, we can keep Odell there. There is a little bit there, but no veteran wants to come on these 1 year deals and be traded again in July, the deadline. Why would you? Honestly, too, if we could, I'd trade Kikuchi away because the rebuild that we're going to need, he can't be a part of, but he can get you a lot right now. I really think he could. I know he struggled tonight. I'm bashing him for struggling, but again, I think another team, he sent him back to Houston Astros. They figured it out for him. They got him in the analytics department. They told him, hey, this is what you're doing wrong. We need you to do more of this. And he's throwing less sliders, more fastballs, but then at the same time, he's locating better. He's setting it up with his changeup. He wasn't throwing three straight sliders in a row. Because if you throw three straight sliders in a row, that doesn't set up shit. Because now that hitter has seen that same pitch back to back to back. And then when you're struggling to locate like he was today, and then 1-2 count comes up and he throws a fastball in the zone again, those hitters picked up on that. They figured him out. We have to go. He needs back to basics a little bit, and let alone this bugs the shit out of me too. Back to basics. Speaking of which, he's fucking John Lester. He can't pick over to first base to save his life. Guy's gonna run on him all day long. And that little step off where he flicks over, I hate that. As a pitcher, I hate that. I wasn't a lefty, I was a right-hander. But if you're gonna do it with a purpose when you step off the mound. Try to deke the guy back, or when you pick off over, do it with a freaking purpose. Don't just go through the motion because you think you're going to hold the guy there. The guys aren't fooled by that. These are legit base runners. These guys steal bags all the time. They see A+ moves from guys and still take bags. So your little D- move that you're trying to throw over there, just to kind of throw the rhythm off a little bit, it doesn't affect these guys. They just take off anyways. That's just me. Archangel says the Angels are mismanaged. I absolutely agree. We just talked about that one there too. Teamer says that's how mismanaged the Angels are. They don't even have a full starting rotation. And then, yeah, that's the sad part. And again, we talked about that depth overall. You have to go ahead and trade guys to get those depth back because Clausen's not ready yet. I do think he's better. I don't think Caden Dane is the guy. I really don't, guys. I really fear he doesn't have breaking stuff. You'll see a lot of him like Kikuchi. I know he's still young. There's still time to develop. He could be a great player overall. But again, it's the Angels' developmental system that's broken. We're not getting these guys and developing them into great pitchers overall. We tried. Absolutely tried. So I do like the new approach of going after these college guys a little bit more, who are seasoned and everything, or the SEC The Big Ten, the ACC, I'm with Todd at that 110%. I agree. We should go ahead and do that, but we're not right now. We made a move, interesting one at that. Um, for Bremner. Hope I know. Again, it's not the kid's fault. Hopefully, it works out. His changeup is really good. Don't get me wrong. It looks great overall, especially that complements that fastball. But like Kikuchi, you got to hit your spots. So I don't know too much about the kid overall. Hopefully he's great for us. I'm excited for him overall. I know the reaction at first when we got him was, hey, I really wanted Jamie Arnold, guys. I did. I know a lot of people wanted Kate Anderson, but I thought Jamie Arnold would have been a great addition here. Lefty pitcher like Chris Sale. That's just me. Demetra says Rob Andrew Velasquez. Um, he's number one. Fucking Demetra. Fucking guy. Archangel says, I don't know why Gary Anderson and Tim are working the post game instead of the coaching staff, instead of in the coaching staff. That is a very good one, especially Gary Anderson a little bit more than Tim Salmon. I mean, Tim Salmon's my favorite player of all time. It's tough to hear that he's kind of, I don't know if it's true 100%, but rumors are that he's kind of an a-hole around there and not really 100% liked. But Gary Anderson, for me, is more of a pure hitter. That guy had that swing. I think he could help Nolan Channel out a lot, but Nolan Channel doesn't need that much help overall. But he's the type of guy you would want to help those hitters out and how to conduct himself as a true professional. Because I thought Gary Anderson always did a great job of that, and I do agree. But at the same time, would you want to stamp your name on this team at this point in time or this franchise? Yeah, you get paid, do the announcing, you have fun, you're around the game, you put your input in here and there. But then when it's actually hands on with a group like this, I don't think it's a group itself, but with the system like this, where the owner doesn't care, it's tough to want to coach there. When you want it more than the owner does and everything, it sends shockwaves down, especially when the star player too as well. I know Mike Trout wants to be good. He says that. Show it, man. I need to see action speak louder than words. You're always an action speaks louder than words type of guy. You weren't really a vocal leader. You're a lead by example, but I'm not seeing it. Strange 26 says dysfunctional management. Montgomery doesn't know the capacity nor the capability to manage these nuts. Oh man, I don't have hey, we don't have all the stuff Todd has, man. But yeah, it's that dude does not have it. Does not have it at all. Yeah, I'm sorry, I don't have the computer guys like Todd does. He has it all laid out everywhere. We're doing this on iPad and phones. But this is how honestly, this is how I truly feel.
Oh no! We suck again! Oh no! We suck again! Oh no! We suck again! Oh no!
I can't even stop playing. That's how bad we suck. But yeah, it's he's just dude's not it. He's not it, and I just don't understand why no one else can see that. But the fans here who are watching him day in and day out can see that over and over again. Um, lost my spot there. Daniel Barry, Sports Highlights says, "Happy Thursday, everyone," or "Happy Thursday, hey everyone." Excuse me. What's happening, Daniel? Hopefully you're having a better day than we are. Girl Master says, "You want to know how bad we are? The Marlins have said records of this. The Marlins. The Marlins have depth. The Marlins have draft picks, and they have a minor league system itself too. They have two really good pitchers. They have an ace in Alcantara. I know he's not pitching 100% uh, this year, but they had Edward Cabrera at that too. They have what we don't: solidified young guys, and they're not paying out of their ass on guys who aren't even playing on the team at third base, number six, or supposed to be playing third base, number six, or Mike Trout, who's just eating up a contract right now and just a shell of himself at that. Marty Boland says, I agree. I think the for sale sign goes up in the morning, right in the front of the big hats. It should. And Matt, the teamer says that's embarrassing. Grillmaster says, Eric Ward says, I'm really hoping Artie fires Manassin. He's had 5 years and can't even have one winning season. Um, Again, I am a big Manassian fan. I say no. How do you fire a guy? Who's going to come in? Again, who's going to come in and manage? When we keep firing people, it becomes a pretty inhospitable place to come to. Why are you going to waste your career here? Why are you going to get the bad jacket? Oh, you went to the Angels for 1 year, you got fired. after that or mid-season. There's not many things that are going to keep people to come here, let alone Perry wants to be here at this point in time. But he is hitting on the draft. I know we're not happy with what happened this year, but we haven't given this kid a chance just yet. He did sign every single draft pick this year. I did see the Pirates. They didn't sign that kid from Warren High School, I believe, second round pick overall. So you lose that. Um, but we're going in the right direction. I do want to know. I do think he should be in the hot seat a little bit and press a little bit more. I want to know actually what Artie's input is overall, but Artie's already said he's not going to spend over the payroll that it was last year. So when you have an ownership saying, "Hey, we're not going to spend more money," but as players want more money, as you're aging out and you don't have the depth to replace these star players as well, which is I still have a problem trading Taylor Ward unless the haul back is big for us, like pitching wise, that which we really need. Then I'll be okay with it. It's who do you replace him with? What ailing veteran is going to come in here, 1 year deal, possibly. If we're lucky, maybe we get a two, and then they get traded, maybe at that. It's not really an appetizing place to come to after that. So I don't know if you can really fire him because it's going to be the same old song once you get someone else in here. But let's see what his development does because overall, I think he's doing something right. You look at these first round picks; they're hitting, they're in their major leagues, and they're actually producing while they're up here. Courtney, what's happening, Courtney? We definitely need to sell. There's too many inconsistencies and not enough leadership for me to fully commit to a postseason run this year. And she's absolutely right. There's not. There's absolutely not. The guy who I think the true leader right now in this clubhouse is going to be Travis Darnall right now, and we have him for what 2 years. After that, he's gone. But then again, there's the inconsistencies that she's talking about too. Is the coaching staff, the leadership overall. And she's absolutely right when she says leadership. She's probably talking about the manager. See, I didn't think about that, but yeah, she's absolutely right. The leadership, and the manager, it's not there. Is absolutely not there, and you can just tell the dude looks lost at times. Yeah, you get thrown out, great. You argue, get fires guys up, that's cool. But at the same time, when it goes to make a decision pitching wise, you're leaving guys in too long, taking them out too early. There's hindsight's always 2020. But I do feel like anybody could have called that today. The Kikuchi needed to come out sooner rather than later because he was sweating bullets again, going deep into counts. He had a lot of pitches for only 5 innings, 4 and 2/3. It was driving me insane. Todd might say that. I can't say that. Come on, Archangel. Archangel said Artie would make more money by hosting rave parties instead of baseball games. He probably would. Probably would. Courtney says Mike Trout is a stat patter. Other than the catch he made over the wall, I really don't know any other moments of that. That was an individual accomplishment, not a team player. That is a hot take. Yeah. You know what, Courtney? You got me stumbling there. Because guys, whether if you, I mean, I like Mike Trout. I love Mike Trout. Don't get me wrong, but I mean, can you argue with that? Can you? Can anybody give a point to counter that? What she just said right there? Damn, you just messed me up the whole post game right now. Grill Master says, "Hi Rob, what's happening, Grill? The hopes for the season are running." Grill, I'm gonna mute you from the comments. Robert Walter, good name, man. It's like a nonstop diarrhea after the All-Star break for the Angels. It is, you know what though, for the Angels too, and it's mismanagement overall again. I'll talk about it. Let's talk about this again. The Mets series, you take 2 games out of there. You got blown out in the last game. The bullpen game didn't work out for you. You should have won the first two. Should have won the first one for sure. Second one, I think you should have won it too as well. Mismanaged the bullpen, not manufacturing runs. Why the hell do you put a pinch runner in the game to not steal a bag, not do a hit and run, not bunt the guy over? You do nothing. You just let him sit there at first base. Why? What's the freaking point at that time? Leave the guy in. Who cares? Maybe you can use that runner for a hitting situation. But no, we make these moves just because, hey, we should do this because, analytics say we should. But it says you should because you need to steal that base. You need to manufacture the offense. It helps with the pitch runner because that guy not only double play ball waiting to happen to hopefully get you out of it. That shouldn't be the only reason why you throw a pinch runner in. You throw him in there because hey, if I get in second base, a single scores him. Period. But I got to get him there second base. I shouldn't be relying on the hitter behind him all the time to do that for me because a double play ruins that whole thing. That drove me insane. Every time I see Montgomery do that. And even Ron would do that time to time. That drives me absolutely insane. Grillmaster says, I'm not even mad. It's just the same old song and dance. It is. Eric says, we need to sell and bill for 26. Gaslighting on a FanDuel. Oh, sorry. The gaslighting on FanDuel is just an insult to baseball fan. I agree with Rob. Trade Trout if you can. Yeah, and I don't think, guys, 26, it's even rebuilding for 26 will be tough. I think 27 is more the outlook that you got to go for. I honestly do. Right now, I don't know if we're gonna have what it takes because you're gonna have a lot of key things to replace. I mean, you trade Trout, you trade Ward, all these guys. I don't think we're trading Trout guys, but if you do, I would because if he brings back a lot, for certain teams, we gotta replace those guys. We don't have that depth. We have Nelson Rada we can bring up. I think he's a great defender overall. He's a contact hitter, but he's what 20, maybe 21. Still probably too young. Where I don't want to do a Joe Adele to him as well. But we just don't have the depth. We're lacking the organizational depth here, and that's the issue. And even if we trade all these guys away, let's say what you read Taylor Ward gone, Kenley Jansen, Tyler Anderson. You're not getting much for Tyler Anderson right now because he's really taking it. Ward, his stock's going up. But Jorge Soler, you start dumping these guys. How many players are you getting back in return for these? And what players are you getting? Because not only do you need a full, complete staff, pitching staff, at least two, three more starters, plus another three arms of the bullpen, you need outfields, like we said. You need a third baseman. You need a second baseman. I know Christian Moore's on his way back, but just in case, you guys, we need someone to back up these guys. And Newman, not happening for me. Kingery, same. I can't do it. But no, we're a couple years back. We missed our opportunity by not getting or trading Otani away. Grillmaster says, Rob, we got hockey to look forward to. Go Ducks. We do, but even the Ducks do shit sometimes drives me insane. No, the Ducks look really good this year, though. You're right, Grill. I do, but I like football, man. I'm a big football guy. Teamer says Neto, Hoppy, Shannon, Soriano are off limits, but everyone other player and team are open for trades, including Trout. I would agree with that. Soriano is getting a lot of takes too. At that. But I'll throw one out there. Is Ohapi our guy? Is he really the guy? We're seeing the Orioles deter away from Adley Rushman. Well, Hoppy has a lot of defensive struggles right now. Guys are stealing base something like crazy. He's struggling with the pitching staff having confidence with him, throwing those balls in their dirt. Is he the guy to get it? I don't know. I don't think so right now. As of now, I'm more comfortable with Darnold behind the dish. I would like to see Ohapi do well. Don't get me wrong. I like when he hits. When he hits well, it looks great. But that launch angle that he's doing is killing him. Absolutely killing him. He's not the guy for me. If you're going to be a launch angle and a catcher, I don't want you. I really don't. You got to be the guy who helps produce. Be a Will Smith type guy. And I hate to say that. I fucking hate saying that. But that's the guy you kind of want to be like. Edgar Cuero would have been the guy to keep overall. And that still bugs me by that trade too. But Perry. So you know what? You guys kind of turned me a little bit to get rid of Perry because you got Lucas Giolito. Dylan Cease was on the market there. What more did we have to give up to get Dylan Cease? What were we missing from there they wanted for Dylan Cease? That you gave up two key guys, and Edgar Cuero was top 100 prospects at the time too. Um, Chris M says every time this team shows a glimmer of hope, some sort of incompetence steps in to take it down. And absolutely right, and a lot of it lately has been the coaching staff. Ocean View Coffee Shop says come to an end. Yeah, I think 2025 season's over. It's come to an end. Courtney says it. Courtney's fucking me up tonight, though. Let's see what you got for me now. It just looks like no one cares in the organization, the coaches, the players. No one. There's not a set plan or any strategy anywhere. And you're absolutely right. There is not. There's really not a set plan. And going forward, where does this team look from 5 years from now? What's the plan? Who's coming up? Who's going to be the next guy? We don't know because we haven't drafted them yet. That's honestly where we're going. By that time, Bremner and all these guys will be in the last year of the contract because I think they'll be up next year. So yeah, I don't know why Artie doesn't sell right now because the lack of organizational depth or plan or awareness at all, like Courtney's saying, and the possible lockout of 26 coming at the end of next year, which I really do think that's going to happen because you're seeing even Manfred's going around. I don't know if you guys saw that. He went to the Phillies and talked to them about it because he is a labor law attorney, guys, by trade. He is. He's not just a commissioner, not just a business guy. He actually is a labor law attorney. So he does understand what he's saying is right. And not to get off track for that, but a lot of people say, "Oh, these owners can afford it. They're doing this. They're making this much money in revenue. Last year's the greatest revenue in baseball." But what the revenue doesn't account for against the payroll only of MLB, it doesn't account for the flights, the accommodations, the logistics, all that stuff, the coaching staff, the medical staff, the facilities that need to be maintained. Let alone you get into concessions itself too. You got to buy the food that you sell there. You got to buy the beer that you sell there and everything. You don't always sell that stuff. Stuff does spoil on it, right? There's a whole business strategy behind that I don't think that these players are seeing. And I could be wrong too, but everything that I've looked up and read, it's only counting for, hey, this is the salary was like, let's say, I think Dodge was 700 million, but they're making 900. They're turning a profit 200 million. But what logistically, they still got to travel, still got to pay the coaches, still got to pay the training staff, strength and conditioning coaches itself too. You got the minor leaguers itself. What are you doing there? Stadium renovations, stadium staff, security. There's a whole bunch of things they got to upkeep too at the same time. And a lot of these teams don't own, they own their own stadium, excuse me. Electricity, there's a whole bunch that goes into it itself. And it all falls back on the fans. A lot of it falls back on the fans. You see these rising ticket prices, these TV deals. You got to buy this streaming app now to watch a game, do this. It's freaking insane. So that's why I think a lockout's coming overall. So I'm surprised that Artie doesn't get rid of it. Marty says all good, Rob. It's tough watching the Angels struggling to get to 500. It absolutely is. And honestly, if they get to 500, I almost feel like Artie's going to host the World Series trophy and start running around the stadium. Grill Master says I got a Neto jersey now. Great, now he's gonna suck. Thanks. I was kidding, Grill. Grill Master says watch us acquire Moniak at the deadline somehow. Why? You're paying the guy to play for another team just to reacquire him again to give something up. Come on. Teamer says 20. And Matt, that'd be the trade the Angels make. Sadly, you both are right. Robert says you're so right. Ward will leave and take off as a hitter. I do think so because I think the guy you give him protection in the lineup, little tweaks here and there on a swing to help him out. I think logistically he's going to do a lot better somewhere else. The analytics going to help him out big time too with actual staff. Um, should the Angels take a flyer on Kyle Schwarber in the offseason? Absolutely not. He's going to want too much money. He doesn't fit the system of the rebuild. We need guys to help us rebuild and young guys who are going to be here a little bit longer. Teamer says skip Schumacher for the new Angels manager next year. I really want Torrey Hunter. I really want Torrey Hunter. If it's not Torrey Hunter, I want Albert Pujols. James from around the league says, would you trade Adele or Detmers if you're desperate to get the farm system better faster? No, I don't. I think Joe Adele has turned the corner. I think Joe Adele is the guy again who goes to a different team. He won't be big time. I think he's 270, 280 hitter. I like what he's done here. I like the grit that he's shown. Reed Detmers now. I say no currently, only because we need him in the bullpen. But if we're going to misuse him, and if our idea is to put him back in the starting rotation, then get rid of him. He has years of control left, but he's going to give you something. I don't think any other team is going to use him as a starter if they were to trade for him. But the Angels will because we're that desperate. We don't have the depth, the organizational depth, like we all keep talking about. We all know. Does it build a better farm system faster? It can help, but we need more proven guys. I know we said I did say about build the system back so we can pull from, but we need proven guys. I almost like to see major league ready guys that are in the majors now who have more control. The Angels trade for because it's something it's something that's proven. 'Cause for me, prospects are just that prospects. We've seen too many times Dallas McPherson, Brandon Wood. The Angel fans are scarred by that overall. At least I am. I just remember all those guys, and they're just not there. Hasn't happened. James says, I imagine the Angels will start looking for a manager candidates in October. Who'd you look as a candidate? For me, it's Torrey Hunter, 100%. If he doesn't want it, right there, I'm going Darren Urstadt or Albert Pujols. End of story. I'm going with somebody who understands the organization and understands Artie Moreno and played under the organization during that time because they know what the hurdles are. They know what they had to go through. And they probably have the best idea overall how to overcome it. So that's why I think Torrey Hunter is the better one overall. I mean, him and Artie ended on really bad terms. In my opinion, they've rekindled that relationship since, it looks like. Albert Pujols as well too. Darren Erstad, I like him only because his old school grit, and I think he'd do things the right way, steal bags and all that stuff, and generate the offense, similar to Mike Scioscia. but it's a little bit of a newer flair with the analytics. Archangel says, I hope Artie comes out on a South Park episode. You know what? Say something messed up, and I don't wish this upon anybody, but Randy and I were talking. Yaz and yeah, saw Hulk Hogan passed away and was sad, and Ozzy Osbourne were like, man, this always happens in threes, right? And he goes, yeah, man, it does. You're absolutely right. Who's the third guy? Who's he gonna be? Who do you think? I go, man, I don't wish upon anybody, but man, maybe Artie Moreno. It was jacked up for me to say. I had to put it out there because I said it. I felt bad after bad karma coming my way on that, probably. But I mean, end of the day, we just we just give Artie the old send off if we could. He'd only get one though. Um, Anyways, let's go back to C. Lost my spot. Sorry. Tony C says season's over. Sell, sell, sell. I think Torrey Hunter needs to be on the bench. Albert needs to be a manager. Yeah. You know what, Torrey Hunter? I don't think he comes. I think he did say or was quoted saying that he's only interested in coming the manager, not a coach of any other sort. But Albert Pujols would be good too. Maybe help these guys hit a little bit. I mean, he figured it out once he left the Angels again too. Went to the Dodgers. The Angels are just a pit. It's just something's wrong there in the system. Robert says Mike Trout only plays well when there's no pressure. And that's absolutely true. He does. He flourishes with no pressure at all. We see all the stat pad that Courtney was talking about. Eric Orson, my earlier comment about firing Manasseh comes down to this. Yes, he's drafted well, but his free agent signings have been pretty shit overall. You don't need big money players to get to sign decent players. Yeah, but at the same time, you got guys that have to want to come here. What's appetizing? You're a free agent right now. Let's say you guys are Kyle Schwarber. You're not one of the best. You're not a Shohei Ohtani. You're not a Freddie Freeman, Mookie Betts. Damn, I just named all the fucking Dodgers. You're not a Aaron Judge or something like that, but you're a middle of the road type guy. You help teams win. You can help them. You won't be a great player every single game, but you're going to come up in those key moments. Would you want to come to Anaheim? And that's the question. And that's not on the GM to get him there. Because there's plenty of times Anthony Santander laughed at us when coming here, when we wanted him. And now we're laughing at him because he sucks. His numbers are worse than Taylor Ward's. But think about this, guys. Would you want to come to Anaheim right now if you're a free agent looking for a lot of money? So the Angels, first things first. Artie Moreno doesn't want to pay you top dollar. He's going to find a way not to. That deters a lot of guys there. This team they have young core. They look good. However, they're still missing key things, and that it goes back to once again they don't want to spend money to fix it. So they try to find the bargain bin deals, right? There are good players out there, but not all those good players want to come here. So how do you can't really blame any manager or any general manager at that for the lack of ownership. Trash Halo says we posted the stream. Thank you very much. Really appreciate that. DFA Wade. Uh, who are you gonna bring up instead, guys? Who you gonna bring up if you DFA Wade right now? You're gonna bring up Kyron Paris again, Matthew Lugo, third baseman, play outfield. The offense sucks. No, I'll disagree with you right there. This offense is not bad, guys. The hits are there. You mean to tell me? And let's go through this, girl. I hate to pick on you right now, man, but I'm going to. They had 7 hits today. 7 hits. They don't manufacture runs. That comes down to coaching and management of that. These guys are getting on base. They had 8 hits, and we got beat. One more hit beat us today, guys. One more hit, you're saying. So that offense sucks too, then? Come on, I'm not buying it. No, you got to produce in those key situations. And we're not producing in those situations too. You got to generate offense. If you don't do either, you're going to lose these games. Exactly like this. You're in there. This is a playoff team in Seattle. They're going to be there in September and October. Whether it's the wild card or the division, I'm not going to be the division, but it's be a wild card. Excuse me. You got to produce. I agree. The offense doesn't suck. They're getting the hits. They're getting the ball out of play. They're taking the walks, but they're not doing anything to generate more offense at the end of the day. When a guy's beating you and you're struggling against a pitcher, you got to do whatever it takes. Toronto did it to us, right? We're beating them, or I was tie game 0-0. What do they start doing? They started bunting, started manufacturing runs. We don't do that. The downfall of Mike Trout happened after he struck out against Otani in the Classic, says Courtney. Courtney, just hop on the show, man. You're killing it tonight, girl. Damn. Courtney, you're mind fucking me tonight. She's not wrong. She's not wrong. Yeah. Eric Ward, who does Perry sign? Hendricks, washed. Wade sucks. Taylor, washed. Soler, washed. Eric, I 100% agree with you. Um, but again, they gotta want to come here. Making trades, we don't have a lot of the pieces to trade. We do right now, but we haven't made those trades. I mean, look at this, guys. Look at the trade that he had with Otani. That was denied by our ownership. Possible Jackson Merrill. That was a bubble one. Would have been Mackenzie Gore, Cy Young candidate. James Wood, playing pretty good ball right now. Some other guys I can't remember. CJ Abrams, not a bad player, right? He's struggling offensively, but he's the type of guy who provides a spark here and there. Middle of the road type guy that you need on your roster. I mean, I see what you're saying about Perry. At the same time, it's your minimal pieces. Minimal pieces and minimal reasons why people want to come here. And Courtney says, and I love Mike Trout. I hate saying that about him, but I have 3 Mike Trout jerseys, but now he's damaged and soft. Yeah, it happens. On that, she's absolutely right. Everyone here, we're not bashing Mike Trout because we don't like him. We do love him, but sometimes it's okay. It's okay to move on here and there. Struggling things. It's like what is that old saying? When the hand has gangrene, you cut it off to save the rest of the body. You just got to do it. We got to cut ties with this guy. He's not doing it for us anymore. See if you go help another team. By helping another team, let's see what we can get back for him. Grillmaster says if only we didn't trade Lamont Soto, get out of here. Go Eagles. Eric Ward, more shitty pair signings. Newman, Kingery, sucks. He needs to be held accountable. So now let's go through that real quick. When Newman signed, he did not suck. He came off a really good year. That actually looked like a really good signing. There's a lot of people that are very happy to get Kevin Newman on the team. A lot of people who were vying for him, and it was a shock when he came to the Angels because he came at a good price for what he did. He has struggled this year, batting 215, 220, could be lower. Correct me if I'm wrong. But anyways, sorry, I'm trying to look up what he did last year. 210. He's 210 hitter. This year. Excuse me. But batting average last year 278, 253. The year before that, 273, 274 the year before that. He turned it around. I mean, it was not bad at all. Last year in Arizona, hit 278. We signed him. It was a good signing. It looked like a very good signing. Kingery, yeah, we knew he's more of an organizational depth type piece. He didn't really work out for us overall. He was in Philly, I believe. Wasn't bad there, but wasn't ever going to crack that starting lineup. Artie, not Moreno. Artie Moreno has announced that he has successfully cloned himself and will patrol the Angels in perpetuity. He would pay for that too, out of all things. Angel says in 2023 at Dodger Stadium versus the Angels, I ran into players walking into the team bus, hung out for a bit, saw Trout walk solo past us, waiting for Ford Raptor, not a team player. Mm, I did not know that. Yeah, that's a no-no for me. That's a no-no for me. I don't care who you are. Team comes first. Grillmaster says call Brian Johnson. You'll probably see him by the end of the year. I say Moniak would get acquired because it's the Angels' logic. You're right. It is the Angels' logic. Angels are going to Angel. Just an option says the season is not over. The season starts tomorrow. Yeah, and I wish I had that.
We got a lot of baseball left to be played, and the season starts tonight. We got a lot of baseball left to be played, and the season starts tonight. We got a lot of baseball left to.
It absolutely does. We're gonna go on a roll, guys. We're gonna take the series here, win 3 in a row. We're gonna go ahead and sweep Texas, and we're talking about this, and we're trading for fucking everybody. I don't care. We're getting O'Neal Cruz Jr. Paul Skeens is coming here. It's gonna happen. I called it on the Heating Network. Take that to the bank just to get denied. But anyways, next comment there. Uh, where was I at? Big 20 says, yo, you have to trade Zephyr John. Grillmaster says, no. Zephyr John, he's been hit and miss, but that's an organizational young piece, again, that you don't trade. You have control over him. So, again, once you trade these guys, you do have to replace them with somebody. And if you replace them with veterans, you're paying, what, 2 times the amount, 3 times the amount for one guy when you have 3 guys at that. Grillmaster says, Artie will pass. Yeah, I was joking around, guys. 46 years. Mike Trout probably had too much sex before the game. Yeah, fire Washington and Laker terrible coaches. Are they? Offense looks pretty decent right now. Big 20 says what's up? Dimitri says that Big 20, what up, bro? You catch chlamydia? R and R. Oh man. Robert says, I have never in my life seen a team that cannot score a run. A runner from second base on a hit in the outfield. That is on the coaching. That is. That is. I mean, you can get another hitter here, like I said, but it just won't make a difference. It does come down to the coaching staff. I don't think the offense is the problem itself. Grillmaster says we all know that Artie Moreno's behind every operation in this team. I do believe he has a Jerry Jones type touch to it all on it, but yeah, it's tough. But it's gonna come a time where like Eric's saying that I mean you can hold the guy accountable, but a GM's gonna speak up against him. Because look at these other GMs, they're flourishing elsewhere. Who's the GM in Seattle? Is it still not our old guy Dipoto? Am I wrong, guys? You guys can help me out there on it. They look pretty good, making moves. Ownership lets them cook. Eric says, I totally hear you about free agents not wanting to come here. I just like to see a few signings where we see some production. No, you're absolutely right. We should look in. That's where we fall short again, right? Our analytics department. We don't have one, or we have a very minimal one at that. We're not deep diving into what actually could be or should be. We're just taking whoever wants to come here. Okay, you're good and kind of fit here. We'll take it. That's the Angel way. I honestly feel that is the Angel way overall, but no, you're right. You do have a point that it would be nice to see some of the guys hit, but it also take the organization itself to hit and go all in. Grillmaster says Charlie Morton, no. Newman is hitting around the Mendoza line with 1 homer and 8 RBIs. Oof. That is a little rough. Grillmaster says start Fulmer when it's a bullpen game. Guys, just end the bullpen games completely. Get Kwanowitz back here. What's worse? Watching Kwanowitz struggle the whole freaking time or having a bullpen game where you know you're going to lose? The first game it worked out because, again, they were healthy. They were well rested. It only works once. Why do it again? We don't have what it takes to do bullpen games. We're not the Dodgers. We are not. They did it. It worked out for them. When the Lopes or Dave Martinez, excuse me, Lopes. Dave Martinez did it with the Washington Nationals to beat the Dodgers. They had the depth. They had the pitching staff to do it. We don't. We're missing key players all the way around. If you had Ben Joyce here, if you had healthy Robert Stevenson and everything else there, I would say, okay, let's go for it. Hunter Strickland back again and pitching well. Yeah, you have pieces to move around. But again, this organization hasn't done it. We were hiding Quijada down there, and he's doing well. Um, Robert says, get him the experience. The season is done anyways. Yeah, at this point in time, we're back at it again, getting young guys experience and seeing what they have for the next year. Archangel says at this point, I'll accept Magic Johnson our hitting coach. Eric War says, all in, bitching aside, there's a lot of positive this season. The young core could be special if the front office can build around them. And Eric's absolutely right. This young core is pretty special. A little disappointing this year that we didn't really get other hitters around the second round to help out the young core, but we did a little bit later on. Got some guys out of high school and everything, but Shanawell and Neto for me are the guys I'm building around. I would like to build around Ohapi, but he has to change a lot of his approach right now, and he really needs to get better defensively. If not, we got to give him up a catching completely. But The core is, oh, and then Joe Adele, excuse me, as well too. So there is a bright spot, guys. There absolutely is. It's can you piece those guys around and get them there? And yeah, like we said, like I was telling Eric, not all people want to come here. Don't get me wrong, but the people who do want to come here when you pay them what they're owed or overpay a little bit and you get them here because that is also an option. If a guy wants 15 million a year and he's not really hyped on being on the Angels, you give him 16, 17 million a year, kind of incentivize him a little bit more. It's okay to spend a little bit more for somebody to help your team out overall. Um, Eric Ward says I want to see more SEMO as well. Oh yeah, Christian Moore too. So we're talking about this. We have our own little chat on the side too. I was asking Todd, like, man, what are we doing wrong? I love Christian Moore, don't get me wrong. But look at Smith, that plays on the Astros. He was drafted the same year Christian Moore was drafted. What did we miss that we're not getting these guys to hit 300 that are coming up just producing, killing like crazy sometimes? Um, sorry, someone's calling. What are we doing wrong there? Because I feel like we've missed a couple guys here and there. We've hit a lot. Perry has hit a lot on him, but how do you miss that guy? It bugs me when you see guys from the same college, and obviously we're scouting these guys. And we miss one, we take one, and the other one does better than the guy we picked. Like, what do we miss? You were at those games. What are the scouts not seeing? But it's interesting to see. Yeah, I like to see Christian Moore a little bit more as well. I like his tenacity. I like how fired up he gets about it. So he's a very exciting player to watch, and hopefully he can turn it up a little bit and get better average, better for average, a little better defensively as that too. Grillmaster says Quijada is back with the team. Should have used him over Furman. Frankly, I've seen enough of Furman. DFA him. We did use Quijada tonight. He pitched 1 inning, 3 strikeouts, 1 base on balls. He had a really good outing tonight. Furman, I don't think he's the guy to be in that situation late. Like I said earlier, I do believe that the guy you should have put in there was Reed Detmers or somebody like that early, even a Brock Burke. Those are the type of guys you want there. Or Brogdon. Use him a little bit later. That's just me. Josh says, my girl broke up with me. I got fired, and now I'm 4 game skid. Damn, Josh. I'm sorry, man. Sorry to hear about that, dude. That's hey, things are only gonna go up from here, right? This is can't get worse here. Could get worse for the Angels. But man, no, keep your head up, dude. It's tough, man, overall. And you're here, community's here. Come out to the games. You'll see us out there. Obviously, James, are you gonna be there tomorrow, man? Let us know. I'll be there tomorrow. If you guys see me, say hi, say what's up. I'm sitting in 300 something. Wife got the tickets. Going with friend. My kid loves Zach Neto, so we're there. So if you happen to be there, man, say what's up. There was a banner I was trying to put up. It was for the oh, I did it wrong, guys. I DFA me. I got the Nacho Night now. Uh, because it is. I don't know if it came up. July 30th, the Halo Boys. Where you wear white. I don't know if you guys can see. I can't see right now. But anyways, um, Eric Ward says taking my voice tomorrow. All right, we're all meeting up. James says he'll be in 260, so I'm actually going to see James over there. So if you guys are there, hopefully I see you guys too. EQ says, "What do you think, bro? Is it okay to cry? Do we all feel the same way? I'm pretty pissed off how this happens every damn year. You know what? Let's do what every other grown man does: cry alone in the bathroom, in the shower. No, I'm kidding. Yeah, dude, ah, it's okay to, it's okay, guys. If you have to do it, I mean, it's not my style, but yeah. Everyone always asks me, man, how do you deal with being an Angel fan? And I said, I do what a grown man, every other grown man does: cry in the bathroom by myself late at night, so the wife doesn't hear me either. Um, anyways, I'm joking. Eric War says that Neto bobblehead is badass. It is, man. My kid saw that. I was driving on the. We went to the OC Fair today too, and we're driving the 405. I live in South Bay area, so I'm all the way uh, Dodger territory. Kenley Jansen still lives over here though. But we saw that big Zach Neto billboard. My son's so pumped up. We've had the tickets for a while. Um, Grummash says balls and Zach Neto. EQ says I'm just joking, bro. Fucking sucks how can't get Artie out. You're not joking, EQ. It's okay. You got me admit it on a freaking thing, and you admitted out too. Call in. We'll get you to admit it. Grillmaster says, Rob, you got to tighten up your game, man. Don't get outperformed by Gavin. The Halo's the Great White North. Yeah, I can care less, dude. I really can care less about that kid. Honestly, if he wants to do it, good for him. I don't really look at numbers overall. I'd rather be around people who care, who give an actual fuck about the team and the game itself to understand or as passionate as we are here as Halos in the infield. This is a great group of people here overall, great group of fans, all you guys here. We do love and appreciate every single one of you because you guys think like us. You're not saying to get clicks. We don't say this half the stuff here to get clicks. We're actually saying how we actually feel and what we actually think too. And we expect the community to do the same thing. Because are you guys saying all this stuff in the comments to get likes on it? No. This is how you actually feel. So that kid does well, good for him, man. Absolutely good for him. I have no hard feeling. I can care less. It doesn't really bother me, man. I'm very comfortable in my own skin. I'm also a grown ass man, and so is he. So, anyways, before we wrap this up, Siggy Boy says, "Bring out the paper bags." We tried. Todd tried that, man, and they got him. Um, you guys, once again, the Angels lose this one tonight. Very close game. Kikuchi is the problem here. Not Arden Moreno tonight. It could be his problem too. But there's a couple other things could have went our way. Just gotta turn it around tomorrow. We're back at it. I don't know who's doing the post game tomorrow. It will not be me, but it will be somebody from the Heating Network itself. I do believe Todd will be back on Sunday overall. Todd has some family time to do. Ar- Archangel says, I heard the Halo Bros Bob for apples. See, this is what you don't get there. You don't get the community response because those guys don't read comments, right? I don't believe they do. Um, Dude, it's you guys are hilarious sometimes. You guys are killing like Courtney jacked me up today. Courtney jacked me the F up today. But anyways, guys, that's gonna do it for us here on Halos in the Infield. Once I could figure out how to get to the thing to end the stream, I will let you guys go. But the Halos lose it tonight. I jacked that up back again. Sorry about that, guys. I don't know what I did wrong. I jacked that up. Jacked that up back again. Listen to this. Overall, trying to figure out how to end this here. But anyways, guys, everyone, if you guys see us out there tomorrow, please say hi. Thank you guys for tuning into the show. It is late. I do apologize for that too. Everyone have a very good night, and someone will see you guys tomorrow.
Attention Halo fans. The Heedy merch is here, and it's louder, bolder, and more honest than ever before. Start at the top with the Halos in the Infield baseball hat. Clean, classic, and ready for game day, and only $16 plus shipping. Or keep it breezy with the classic trucker hat. Old school mesh, new school heat. Only $15 plus shipping. Rep the rebrand in style. Show your loyalty loud and proud with the Halos in the Infield podcast tee. Now featuring the bold new logo.
From Anaheim down to the Texas plain.